So much stuff. Last week was a bit all over the place. Let's see. Our I rating, we'll start with that because I don't know really where else to start. It went from a 1431 to an 1177. It was a rough one. Most of that I can attribute to our Nürburgring outings that we tried to do in the Porsche Cup. More on that in a bit. Our safety rating, we got that from an A 2.2 to an A 2.71, which is a tiny miracle, but hey, we did it. So first off, we started the week doing our Porsche Cup races at the Nürburgring combined VLN layout, which I wasn't super used to. We have a new amazing paint by Mr. Flyby9, and I'll link down to his page in the description below. He'll make you an amazing paint too if you send him a message. But yeah, look at this beauty. But anyway, our Nürburgring races did not go great. I think we finished one, maybe two, that did not go horribly for us by either being crashed out by somebody else or making a small mistake and taking ourselves out. It is what it is, but I only spent the one day really trying that. The people were driving beyond there were enough people trying to drive beyond their abilities that it wasn't super safe. I think I lost like 400 I rating in one day. It wasn't great, so yeah, we'll just we'll leave it at that. After that, we did our camel race at Virginia International Raceway. We didn't have as much participation this week. I think a few things contributed to that. People practicing for the Petit LeMans, and also not as many people have Virginia International Raceway, I think, as other tracks. This coming week, it is going to be at Long Beach. So if you're ready to race with us on Wednesday night and make the race go official, we'd be happy to have you there. We do those races at 12 a.m. Central Daylight Time, my time, on from Wednesday night going into Thursday morning. We'd be happy to have you there, and just show up with your favorite Audi 90 or Nissan GTP car. It's super fun reviving one of those dead series and making it go official. I love it. After that, we started practicing for our Road Atlanta escapades for the Petit LeMans, and the team wanted to do the LMP2 car, and I figure I can kind of get my head around new stuff quicker now than I was able to in the past. The lack of interlock brakes and whatnot did not scare me so much. More the reliance on downforce and whether or not I can get the speed going in the car that I really wanted to have by the time the race kicked off was my biggest moment of trepidation. But yeah, we started practicing that, and I was able to get down to where I could do 111s here and there in practice, and I think I got a couple in a couple of the races that I tried, but mostly it was a lot of just kind of lapping and trying to get those times down, as the IMSA races only run every other hour, so I wasn't able to do as many races as I normally would. We did get smashed out of one of those races. A guy had some damage on his steering, and he just kind of drove into us while we were trying to pass him. It was frustrating at the time. I looked back at the replay and I saw what was going on, and it became a little less frustrating, but still, like, I was upset that it happened, but not upset at him, kind of thing. So that was what it was. Which then on Saturday, we got ready for a run of the Petit LeMans 10-hour race around Road Atlanta. On our team, we had Brandon Hagaman, Colin Yam, Mats Borge Anderson, and myself. We also had, for backup at a little bit of the beginning, for some moral support, spotting, and crew engineer duties, Mr. Sean Watson, aka Hexen GT. I'll link down to their various stuffs below, so check them out. And got off to an alright start. I think we started at P14, and we ended up P5. We did run into our fair share of technical difficulties, among which was a broken internet connection, broken sound, and yeah. So the race went pretty well. Everybody really did a good job. Everybody did the parts. We ended up, like I said, I think already P5. Which is 9 places up from where we started on a 10-hour race. That is pretty good in my books. I had, for my parts, I got really nervous in the car. Just the speed of the LMP2 versus, you know, I'm not used to it. So just having a week of practice, I'm pretty happy with how I held up. There was a moment where I tried to pass a fella, and another fella wanted to pass me, even though he was, I don't know how many, like probably 15, 20 laps down from us. He got pretty aggressive, and he had taken out like 5 other cars at that point. I don't know what he was thinking. It's a little frustrating, but like there's not much you can do after the fact. I didn't damage the car too bad, and we were able to keep on trucking. So I'm really proud of everybody on the team, and we had an amazing turnout. The next big endurance race is Suzuka. It happens at the same time, the same weekend as Extra Life, where I was planning to do a marathon stream to do some fundraising for Children's Hospitals. So I'll see if somehow I can mix those two together. Let's see why not. But yeah, that'll be an interesting thing to try and pull together. We'll see if I can make it happen. But yeah, just like super duper proud of everybody in the part that they played on our team. It was a good time, and like I said, we did really well in my books. Porsche Cup goes to the Chicago Street Circuit, which I've never driven. I've heard that it's kind of like a bad version of Long Beach. We'll see how it goes. I am cautiously cautious. I've heard some stories that it doesn't promote the best, cleanest racing, which is one of the issues I've had with this series so far. But we'll see. Like again, we'll see how it goes. We'll try our best to keep our nose clean and just be positive and do our best, practice up, and we'll see what happens. Till next time, as always, you know, hit the subscribe button. It helps out. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs down if you didn't. Head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdownman to follow us along live. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Bye. And then, yeah, as far as our standings for the week, and as a poster falls down,